What is up, everybody? My name is Hudson. Welcome back to Inscryption. I've got some bad news. If you've been watching the stream, you already know. I updated my PC, and by that I mean I completely rebuilt my PC, and I cleared my old one, started fresh in the new one, and we lost our progress because despite clicking cloud save file for this, I don't know if it's because it's a beta, if it's because it's the mod, it just did not save my progress at all. Not even in the original game. So maybe, like I said, if I took off the beta, that it would go back and it would still have my game saved, but apparently not. So here we are. We have to start all the way over, and we're going to jump in on the bone deck. And we have to do challenge points 30. We're going to do boss battle, totem battle. Start with 1 damage on my side. We'll give it a go. We'll see what we can do. I'm bummed about it, but it just means more content for you guys. I probably will try to grind a little bit off screen, off stream, off camera, just to get back up, because this game actually is a really fun game for me to play when I'm just winding down, let's say after stream. Let's get something good. Oh, you know what? We should be checking what the painting in the back has, especially before jumping into this. Maybe too late for that. With the bone thing, so here's the deal. Here's what we got going on. We have a Rat King right now. 2 cost, very expensive. You can sacrifice it, gives you, or you can have it die. It gives you 4 bones. It seems like the play here is to use the Warren to try to get the Rat King out, and then have the Rat King die in battle, and then you can get your Alpha out. Which, none of that really makes any sense, because it also seems like the point that they want you to do is to put the Alpha out there to buff either your Warren and or your Rabbit. So how do you get the Alpha out there before you have the ability to even get that many bones? Wouldn't it be crazy if I went Rat King Warren and just doubled up on everything? That might give us the ability to actually do those things that I'm talking about. That's a crazy play. I hate it. I actually hate it, but I'm doing it because it's like, it's kind of funny. It's kind of almost maybe funny, but not really. We only have one thing that actually has a species, and that's Alpha, so I don't think going here would be that smart of a play. Would it be crazy to go ahead and put the Alpha sigil on, say, the Warren? Wouldn't it be crazy to put the Rat King sigil on the Warren? It'd be really, really cool. You know, like the skink, whatever you put on the skink applies to the tail as well. It'd be really cool if you applied something to the Warren, if it also applied to the bunnies it created. Should we go to the fire and try to buff somebody? Probably. Be the sensible choice here. +2 health. Who needs more health? Probably the Rat King. One of the Rat Kings. A 2-3 is a little bit better than a 2-1, but here we are talking about like maybe upping the sigils, right? Maybe taking the sigils away and putting them on the Warren and just trying to go from here on forward with bone cards. So given that, maybe we want to buff our Alpha. That would make sense to me. I could buff the Warren. I was just talking about this to Jamie, my girlfriend, the other day. I was teaching her how to play, and she was saying that she inherently thought that the rabbit hole meant that it was going to spawn 1 rabbit per turn. I really feel like that should be the case. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Or like it spawns one immediately, and then every time it gets hit, it also spawns another rabbit. It's a rabbit warren. It's like you see 3 eyes in it. Why do we get 1 bunny from it? It's an entire hole of bunnies. Doesn't make any sense. We could have also just buffed one of the Rat Kings and see if we could go until they either ate him or not, but I didn't get anything back there, the pelt trader, for like a ringworm or anything like that. Anything with touch of death. Alright, so we're gonna do the play that I said that I was gonna do, and that is to get the Warren out there and then sacrifice it and the bunny for the Rat King. Seems kind of silly, but it is what it is. We'll be pretty even here as far as damage trade goes. Bing, 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 bing. Still don't have enough bones. I could have pulled a squirrel and then sacked the Rat King and the squirrel to get another Rat King out there, and then I could have put my Alpha out there to beef the Rat King. It's all just backwards. It doesn't make sense, this deck, starting off. I just don't like it. To put it nicely, not a huge fan. Bing, 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 bing. Do that, let me do that, and then we do that and that. And we just might as well kill him off like that. So we're gonna kill him, we're gonna go up 2, and then next turn we're gonna get 4, and we're gonna be perfectly all the way at the top, and it's gonna be horrible, and I'm gonna hate it. So we do actually probably... I should have put the alpha in between the Rat Kings. That would have made more sense, but then he wouldn't have been able to kill the Sparrow. Not that that really, really matters. The play here is to just put the alpha out. Next turn, get a squirrel and have the squirrel attack as well. Trying to maximize my money. We could have done it better had I planned a little bit ahead of time. Alright. Had we not gotten the achievement of killing Leshy with the aid of squirrels, we could have gotten it there. Looks like we're going left for a totem. Raven egg. Fledgling. What if we had a... Ooh. Cuckoo. The Cuckoo Cuckster is just... it's just a winner. It's just a winning card. Fledgling would have been really funny to put on like a Warren or something like that. Fledgling on the Rat King could have made the Rat King more playable. But I think I'm gonna go Cuckoo here. It's just too good to pass up. It's so good. Hots, I thought you said you're gonna go only bone cards. What do you got? Skinky Skink Tail. It is busted. The Skink Tail is pretty flippin' busted. And I think we go for it. Because we don't even have any canine. No, we did have a canine. The alpha. So we could have gotten the canine head for the alpha. Oh well. We have a sigil trade or a fire coming up. Which one do we want? I do not know. So somebody reached out to me and was saying that I could recover data from an old hard drive, but I'm using solid state. So they basically rescinded that offer. They're like, ah, crap, never mind. Nope, can't do it. So here we are. Just get the Warren out there, I guess. Not that we really need the Warren right now. Sacrifice the Warren for the Cuckoo. For you. Put you somewhere. Worst part about the Cuckoo is when it actually lays, the egg doesn't break. So I think the idea here is saying that it's a brood parasite. So some birds will do this. They'll actually kick out the eggs of a different bird and then lay their eggs in a bird's nest so that that bird comes back and doesn't know, and then it starts raising the cuckoos, right? It raises them as their own, thinking that that's their kids. This is my nest, those are my eggs. But in fact, the shitty little cuckoo bird actually kicked out their real children. Horrible. Just horrible. No morals. Love them. Oh man, I really wish the cuckoo was over there to block that alpha, because that's actually like really, that's trouble. That is gonna be trouble. That's gonna go into a full-grown wolf with 4 attack. It's bad news. Rat King only has 1 health, so if I put him out there to absorb that alpha blow, it won't really work out in my favor. We'll get 2 up, and then it'll die. It will allow us to get our alpha out there, though. But at that point in time, this boulder will be crushed, and we'll be taking 4 damage. They really kind of screwed me on this one. We might just have to hook that wolf. They really screwed me on this one. I don't like that at all. Oh, and there's another wolf coming up behind it, so even when I kill it with my Rat King will die. Okay, second Rat King. I should have pulled the squirrel. Should have pulled the squirrel. So I'm going like that and like that, but we're taking 4 damage and we've already lost. We'll be actually taking 3 damage because you will kill the alpha. But that wolf is untouchable. I don't want to pop my hook right now, but I don't see the option here of what we're gonna do. It seems pretty messed up. The hook is like one of the best things in the world, and blowing it like that really hurts. It really hurts. You know, there's a lot of pain happening. A lot of pain. There we go. one extra piece of shit that he just dumps into my freaking bowl. Alright. I think we need to get rid of some of these Rat Kings, to be honest. I need to put the Rat King in the Warren. We just gotta go do that. It's just necessary. What do you got? Something with bone cost? Nope. Nothing with bone costs. Neat! Wow! Okay. Raven's not horrible with the Warrens that we have. It is very, very possible to get the Raven out there. River Otter's pretty cool. It can hit other creatures, but can't get hit himself. I could put Submergible on the Alpha. Ooh, I like the idea of putting Waterborne on the Alpha so that the Alpha can't die from anything except for a porcupine or anything that's spiky. That sounds like a winning play to me. Is that something we want to do first? Well, I'm a little worried about getting Alpha out there, so I do actually think that putting Rat King on a Warren helps us out in that regard. It'll help us get the Alpha out sooner. And then we'll think about buffing the Alpha, possibly going left here, and we have Sigil, which means we could do the other Rat King on the Warren, and then the Waterborne on our bro. Where are we right now? We're going to be fighting the Prospector, which means the first phase, we're going to lose every one of our creatures. We're going to need more creatures. I think that going through 2 more Sigil trades might just tip the scales against us in being able to win this one. Might be a short video. Porcupine, of course. The only thing that can kill me is a porcupine. They're like, ha! Like, it's voice activated commands. They knew. They knew what they were doing. We're gonna go ahead and get the Warren out there. I feel more threatened by this Coyote, I guess. Even though the Coyote is pretty killable. Could tank to 2 damage and kill it pretty easily, like I'm saying, but Porcupine's gonna deal... I'm not gonna try to contest it, because it's got the spiky, so it's just gonna be a constant 1 damage. It's just gonna be a 1-time 2 damage. And then we, fingers crossed, kill it. But we didn't get the right Warren to get our Alpha out, so I don't know how that's gonna pan out. Hopefully we'll kill it. See what happens. I could sacrifice my rabbit, but that's kind of my in for my next card that I'm gonna pull. Another poor Cup of the Pine. Yeah, it does make sense to sack the Cuckoo right now. Get the Rat King out. It's a shame that we have to do that. The Rat King's just, it's too expensive. It's a bullshit card, is what it is. And then we have a 2-2 damage trade. What do I need right now? River Otter. The River Otter. Could sacrifice the River Otter to kill that porcupine. I don't think that's a horrible play, to be honest. Sorry, bud. For the greater good. To Valhalla. And then honestly, just get a squirrel out there to deal some extra damage. I bet Leshy's done. And then we can see what this is. Sack it if we really, really want to. I really, really want to, because it'd be a good play to put that there. Rabbit does not get the bones. I really, really think that if you put a special sigil on the entire group of rabbits, it's the rabbit eyes that are glowing. Clearly it affected every single rabbit in there. And then you pull out a rabbit, it's like, oh no, psych. Huh. You thought it worked? Because my eyes were glowing? What are you, dumb? What do you have, a giant case of dumb? No extra money for this either. I need to buff Alpha's damage. It's kind of pathetic. What say you? I don't see us getting rid of Alpha. I don't see us getting rid of Cuckoo. But we could put the Flight and the Brood Parasite on something else in the future. Instead of giving that Waterborne to alpha, we could easily give him this, which kind of gives him the same thing where there's something in front of him that won't ever be able to hit the alpha. It'll be protection. Waterborne is a more solid protection, I would say. We want to go for more. Well, I quite commonly get coyote. Excuse me. Watch, I'm gonna get wolf. Bones. That's what I wanted. That's the play. Once again, this is super risky because of how this fight's gonna go. So we wanted to do Waterborne on the alpha. I at one point in time put fledgling on the alpha, and the alpha grew into omega. Kind of a cool thing that they did. The bones on the Warren. Once again, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot because we're getting rid of damage dealers. We'll see how it goes. The appropriate play for the future, not exactly the appropriate play for the boss. So wish me luck. We're gonna either have to pop everything but our alpha or our alpha in the start here. And this might be the end. Just because we don't have the damage output to really get through this, I don't feel like. Well, we could go start with our alpha. This is something that we could do. The smoke is going to help us get the alpha out too. I suppose we didn't really need to put the bones on the Warren to get rid of a 2-1 damage dealer. Do we start with alpha? It's the only thing that we could possibly put out to do some damage right now. So I'm tempted to say yes. We do start with the alpha. Once again, it's submergible. It's waterborne. So if I put it up against this coyote, we are going to have to take 1 turn of 2 damage, but then after that, it'll be able to kill it. So the play here would be, I mean, we could go for extra bones, I guess. Then we put the Warren down, and then we sacrifice the Warren. Oh, wait. I did that wrong. Because you can't sacrifice the Warren for a card that costs 5 bones. We could sacrifice this Warren, though, to put another Warren down, which seems silly, but it is fine. We gotta buff something with the alpha. We have so many bones now that the alpha is a guaranteed play. And we can stick a attack squirrel in there. So, as long as alpha is alive, we'll be able to deal damage, and we should be okay, besides whatever's gonna try to come through this boulder over here. I guess I could have moved the alpha over to do boulder damage. That could have been okay. I was kind of thinking that we kind of need to kill that pack mule that's got the extra cards in there. I think that's pretty much why this boss is the first boss. You do need to go after the pack mule because you don't have enough creatures at this point in time to handle him killing every single one of them after the first phase. So, we're heading to that pack mule. Coyote will help balance out the damage that we're dealing to keep us low. And be a while though to kill that pack mule, and we might just end up getting it low and have to kill its second phase. We'll see what happens. Get all of our stuff out. Uh-oh. Better hurry up with that pack mule, boys. Bink, bink. No, my squirrel! Do we want to put an attack squirrel up there to kill him? We'll be 1 up on the board. Yeah, we'll kill the pack mule next time and reset the whole thing. That seems like it's a pretty okay play. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. And we have plenty of squirrels to play whatever it's going to give me, so I think we're in good shape. That mole will go away. He only keeps the front line, gets rid of the back line. There we go. Raven. We'll put a raven in there somewhere. Somewhere wicked smat. Oh, Corpse Maggot took its place. That's right. That's nice. Unless he puts a coyote up against it immediately. Bloodhound. Bam, Bloodhound. We're gonna run out of squirrel cards pretty soon, which is actually very, very, very problematic. you start to get starvation. Get! We want to put, reflection. Won't cut it. It will cut it to the, to the extent of, it'll eventually kill the bloodhound. I suppose that's what we're gonna do. I think we got this fight. Gotta love how the golden nugget is not made of stone, so it can die in one hit from the adder. Yeah, that makes it makes a lot of sense, I think. It's really, it's really nice. Good sack, 2 things to put the flight in there. And, on top of that, kill that guy with a coyote. That makes sense? It probably does make sense. Probably move sooner than later. Right, and then we can go ahead and sit the coyote down and finish out that bloodhound. Yep. Got it. The key was definitely the pack mule. I kind of forgot about the pack mule. Don't really need to kill the adder, to be honest. It's already over. Squirrel's like, no, man, what are you doing? Wait. Got it. And the bone deck gets stronger. Amoeba? Ouroboros. What if we put unkillable? We can't put unkillable on the warren anymore. Never mind. That's not a thing. We could put unkillable on the coyote. That way, put the coyote in, it dies. We'll have we have so many options of getting bones here that I think that could be a strong early play. We could do infinitely sacrificable child 13. It's always a nice thing to do, especially if we're going to have bone cards to sacrifice. Of course, the warrens kind of take care of the blood sacrifice cost of things. So I'm tempted to go Ouroboros here. I'm tempted to try that out. See what's up. To either try to buff the Ouroboros, like I said, or take the unkillable sigil. The air grew thick, buzzing and chirping of insects drowned out the sound of your footfalls as you beheld the wetlands. So this is where the angler is. Flight is going to be our friend here. Cuckoo is going to be our friend here. Okay. I don't know how we're going to get flight. We have a mycologist coming up. Would we want to have a second warren? No. We would not like to have a second warren. I think 2 separate warrens is kind of the point. You know, having it have more health doesn't matter because you end up sacrificing it right away. You're going to take away 4 potential bones that you could get and 1 potential rabbit. You combine these 2 sigils, it doesn't give you 2 rabbits when you kill the warren. It still just gives you 1. So, mycologist would be a dumb play. It might be like, what the heck is that? What's that? I've never seen that before on that side. I don't recognize what that thing is. We should probably go for it. Wild bull mantis. I'm just not going to worry about the painting right now. We did get 1 thing out of the painting. Apparently there's 2 things out of the painting, so there's 1 more thing that we got to get. Yeah, I'm going to go left here. And there's the mantis. I'm going to go fecundity. Fecundity is unbelievably broken, and I love it. Too bad we can't put fecundity on a warren with these things. That's one thing that we could have thought about doing, is not put bones on the second warren, and we could have, like I said, put fecundity on one of the warrens and then mycology them together, and it would be a 4-bone fecundity warren with the rabbit thing, and it would be basically infinite bones at that point in time. But who would we put fecundity on? Fecundity on the, possibly the coyote once again, because of the fact that it's, we're gonna have lots of bones, and we can just pump out coyotes. See what we get in this fire. I'm gonna guess it's damage. It's health. Health from the coyote sounds nice. Sounds, yeah, that sounds kind of nice. I like that. Not gonna sacrifice him. Now we have a the paintbrush. What is the paintbrush? I'm gonna say it's gonna change the sigil on something. It's gonna manipulate the sigil. Bullfrog, what are we gonna do with that? We can get out a field mouse right now. to challenge that bullfrog. That's what we're gonna do. Could get a coyote as well. Maybe I will put the coyote in the far left, but I feel like something's gonna come up. They're gonna put something there that's gonna kill the coyote next turn, but we're gonna do so much damage that maybe it doesn't matter. And it's already over. Bing, 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 bing. I knew it. You're a sack of shit, yeah. I wish I could play him so I can get a little bit more stuff. That is the paintbrush. I did say we want flight for the final boss, and I think that probably is where we should go with it. I don't necessarily like birds, but the magpie, that's way too expensive. Oh, great. What do we got? Oh no. I thought I tossed this bottle in the river. No, no, I will make myself useful. I will paint just like the master. Not as good as the master, no. I may make some errors. What shall I paint for you? I don't know what I'm doing. I have zero clue. I see that we can click on is this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, are you gonna blow my coyote? Are you gonna erase the coyote? What? He's gonna try to recreate the coyote? Are you making a double? What are you doing? I might lose one of these guys, right? It seems like he's gonna try to recreate it. Once again, he says he's gonna make errors. He's gonna make the errors on the new one? Is he gonna mess up the old one? Second coyote, I guess, doesn't sound bad. A second field mouse with extra fecundity. I could put fecundity on coyote and put fecundity on the cuckoo. Putting fecundity on the cuckoo might be the answer to killing the angler. Let the coyote up there, see what you do. I just feel like he doesn't have a sigil and it's gonna be like kind of a waste of a potential thing that he could do, right? I don't know. Do I know? Because I don't know. Magpie? What if you could like change that to be like costing 2 bones or something? That'd be super cool. Alright, fine. Yes. Let's see what I can do. 2-1 coyote. What do you think? You missed the health, but... Oh, yeah, never mind. It still costs 4 bones. That's fine. Would the master be proud? Please say yes. Is it just like your card? Is it good? Enough. Don't make me put you away again. Oh, I have a second coyote now. Maybe feel a little bit better about putting, once again, fecundity on the bird. It's like the bird in a fire when it on a beef it's damaged if it's gonna have fecundity. Ooh, that's a bad start. Fight your cuckoo with cuckoo. I'm gonna turn off my Steam notifications. There's gonna be more bees. It's the bee build. I guess going for the field mouse is not a horrible idea right now. Like this. Infinitely sacrificable Child 13 looks pretty good now with the fact that we have field mouse and fecundity, but oh well. Mantis is gonna be hitting this spot. Be dead next turn though. We have a 2-to-1 damage trade. We're fine. 2-2 in the moment. It's so weird to me that when I hit the beehive on Leshy's side, I get the bee. If something hits the beehive on my side, I get the bee. What were we doing? Pull here or get another field mouse out? Honestly, the field mouse is a pretty okay play because it's going to kill both bees. We're going to have 2 bones though at the end of that, if you think about it. So if I actually were to put it here, he'd kill that guy in the back. Broken egg is great, don't get me wrong, but this might be a stronger play because now we can kill the beehive over there and just get everything done, right? Besides that one bee, of course. Waterborne flippin' alpha, though. Coyote. I don't have any more bones. On a bone deck? What are you doing? Sleeping? Bang, bang, bang. Oh, I could get out the Warren. Kill it for another field mouse to get a coyote out. Does that make any sense? B, Warren, field mouse, coyote. Probably gonna be over before this matters, but yeah, the coyote's not gonna get a chance. All right. Ooh, it's a good opportunity. Start messing with our Ouroboros and buffing them, right? We're gonna have them, why not? Of course, we're gonna sacrifice a little bit of money here that we could have gotten for the pelt guide that is actually coming up next. Even go harder on the Ouroboros. If I bam, bam, put out Ouroboros and then rabbit with the Ouroboros, sacrifice him for the field mouse. We might as well, at this point in time, go super hard on the Ouroboros. You gotta kill him, right, to buff him. So then now he's a 3/3 for 2 cost. Kind of almost worth the price. So now if I put Squirrel out, we can get Ouroboros out again. We wouldn't be able to kill the Ouroboros out for the mice, though. We would need one more sacrifice. We could pop a squirrel in a jar just to do that, but that would seem pretty silly. Here's what we could do. If I'm gonna be a genius, I could go like this, put the Ouroboros behind the stump, wait a turn, pull a squirrel, and get a 4/4 Ouroboros. Not bad. Not bad. We sacrificed the money that we would have gotten, like I said, but we're not gonna be able to buy a good pelt, and there's a pelt buyer right there. Shoot. Balls. Shoot to my balls. How much money do we have? Would we go crazy? All pelts are clean. Would we go crazier for like a wolf pelt right now? Oh, we do have enough for a golden pelt. Yeah, let's go for a good rare card. What were we gonna do? We were gonna put fecundity on the cuckoo. Sacrificing the magpie could also be a good play, so that we can go ahead and put the hoarder. A card bearing the sigils played, you may search your deck for any card and take it into your hand. Putting the magpie on something so that we can guarantee, not guarantee, because you can't guarantee you're gonna pull the magpie or whatever the magpie hoarder sigil is on, but yeah, I don't know. Fecundity Cuckoo, I think, is going to be a lifesaver here for this boss. Need to buff that damage, though. Another sigil trait coming up. We got our magpie. What does that mean? That means... Ooh, we're going to need to move... We're gonna put the Warren out. We're gonna use the magpie. And we're gonna pull something. Magpie's gonna die instantly, but it could block 2 damage from coming in. Is that worth the magpie dying? It might be. Bunch of bones. Could pull the cuckoo, though. We could pull our Ouroboros. I don't have the blood cost for it, though. We pulled the alpha, which could buff the magpie damage, but it's still gonna die. Cuckoo might be the answer here to block the ants from coming in. Maybe the best way to do it. Oh, I didn't even realize the idea of the fecundity and then being able to sacrifice the cuckoo itself. Therein lies the problem, is the raven egg that's going to come with it. But we did block the ants from coming in, so that's going to be a 2 damage raven instead of 2 damage or 4 total damage worker ant. And then the ringworm is just going to be its own blocker in and of itself, so that's fine. Probably going to be an ant here next turn, so we'll probably sacrifice that cuckoo for a third cuckoo. This will be a mantis, of which I do want to block. Coyote, that's pretty good. Where would I put the coyote though? Put the coyote to kill the raven. I suppose so. And then just pull squirrels to line up with cuckoos so we can fly over and kill them. So we can start matching the damage trade at least a little bit. Alright. Not my favorite thing that happened there. But we have the damage trade on our side. Put the golden pelt there. Boop, boop, boop. See if we can get something good with our pelts. Some sort of good sigil that we can trade immediately. Otherwise, I'm going to get rid of Magpie, and I might do that anyways. It ended up working for us, I think, in that situation, but to make it even cheaper would be better. We have another alpha. A 2/6 alpha would be pretty dope. I'm not going to lie, it would be pretty good. Fledgling, Raven, Bird. Also nice to get another bird in there. That does a little bit more damage than a cuckoo. That would be pretty nice. A rattler for 6 bones. A turkey vulture with the 8 bones. It's a bird and it costs bones. Would that be better? Excuse me. Kingfisher has dynamite sigils. We could totally put Kingfisher, flight, airborne waterborne on the coyote. Maybe on this coyote, since he's so low health, he can't really tank anything. That could be a good play. I like these ideas. Of just taking the flight and putting it on the coyote. That sounds pretty solid, to be honest. Alpha, another alpha, especially for a mycologist play, could be super cool, but I'm worried about this boss fight specifically. Pack Rat, Uriuli, Mole Man, Child 13. Well, we did talk about the Child 13. I think it's time to try it out. Not my favorite. I really wanted a Gek. One of my bros. One of the most broken. Fecundity on Gek is wonderful. So we were gonna sack Kingfisher for this boss fight specifically and put it on our green coyote. Specifically because of the low health. Maybe later we could mycologist the coyotes together and that could be a really, really high damage, untouchable coyote. I like the idea of that. I got one extra little thing in our pack. That's nice. I'm gonna go with the bleach brush. This is the new item that I got by fulfilling the painting. It removes all sigils on the opposing team. Very strong. One of the only things that can actually change the moon battle. You can erase the moon sigils. Let's do this. You bring fresh fish, easy choose. I just always imagine he's like gargling water. The kingfish. We do have our cuckoo. For you could be a good starter. We go ahead and we put the smoke down. We get a full line of cuckoo to block everything. I don't appreciate the fact that you made a raven egg, especially one that's gonna run, because now it's the worst of every world. That's shitty. That's super shitty. We could end this first turn and it won't even matter. Right, because we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We actually can't end it first turn unless we pull a tooth. Ooh. We can't get 3 cuckoos out, right? We can only get 1 out at a time because you have to sacrifice the old cuckoo for the new cuckoo. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with what you did there. I was gonna say, didn't I get extra bones? They were like lined up in such a way I couldn't see them. Bring out the coyote now. I like the idea of that. I just really hate that you put a raven egg there. I could sacrifice the cuckoo and a squirrel to get the magpie to get another creature out. What would that creature be? Oh, I want the alpha, but I need the alpha with a warren if I'm gonna get the alpha out. Would putting out another cuckoo make any sense right now? It might. As long as you don't frick it up, you frick. He's gotta out-damage this raven. We got 4 damage coming in, so I think we got it. You know what? We all have flight. We should be able to just go ahead and actually get another cuckoo in there. Raven or not. It's gonna be taken away. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, and then we'll start the next turn with easy 5 damage on the board. And we should be able to finish this. Maximize the amount of money we're gonna get too. He puts bait buckets in front of everybody, which completely blocks him. This is why flight's good, because we fly over the bait bucket. Oh. Is now a good opportunity to buff our Ouroboros. Maybe once. Maybe once. We can do that. Then we get to do this. Another bait bucket. What are you even doing? You know, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna be crazy. 6/6 Ouroboros. Feeling pretty good about that. Sacrificing a little bit of money every time that we do that, but I want to win, and the money is only good for 1 round anyways. What do you got? A second Ouroboros? The Ouroboros. Maybe long elk here. Because it's bones and touch of death. I'm not a fan of the Douse. I think the Douse has its place, but not really in our deck right now. We kind of want to spread out and do a bunch of stuff with the deck. I wonder if you can mycology a painted card. I wonder if you could do that. That would be a reason for us to maybe paint another Ouroboros. But he painted the coyote pre-upgrades. So if you paint the Ouroboros pre-upgrades, we're just going to have another 1/1 Ouroboros. And that doesn't sound that strong. Painting maybe the alpha could be a good play. Painting the cuckoo could be a good play. Maybe just going for the sigil, the wood carver. We have a backpack coming up, so we are going to have to use an item here in this battle, and I will probably forget. What do we have right now? It doesn't show me because we don't have a complete set. We grabbed skink tail. Skink tail's pretty strong. I don't have anybody that I need to double. Can make another Child 13. Could make another Warren. I just don't think we're gonna get the sigil. Like I said, I think it's gonna be like pre-upgrades. Those are maybe the errors that he's making. I'm just making this up, but also, I don't really know. Maybe he changes things every now and again. We got a cave coming up. I don't even want to get the cave card. I don't know if I want to win. Could be good though. I feel like most of the time I get a card that I don't want. Kin, blood cost, and power. Power is going to be a no. We basically have to pull our Coyotes or our Ouroboros to win that one. Blood cost, no. 1, 1, 1, no. 2, 2, no. 1, 2, no. Kin. You have to pull the Coyotes or the Child 13 Long Elk or the same kin. Magpie, Cuckoo. Not liking any of these. I don't think that it's really... I'm gonna go power and just see if we pull Ouroboros. If we do, great. If we don't, great. Okay, great. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Fecundity Raven. Touch of Death Magpie. And a Hoarder Mole. I kind of like the Hoarder Mole. I like the Fecundity Raven. It's just such a pricey card. Not so bad if we have the Child 13 out there. I'm gonna go with the Mole. Surprisingly enough. And we're gonna see what we can put skink tails on. Antlered creatures or birds? Fecundity. Fecundity on a cuckoo with the skink tail, but here's the deal with the cuckoo. It can't get attacked. Because you either make an egg in front of you that doesn't attack you, A, or B, you create a raven in front of you that has flight and also does not attack you. So I suppose putting it on antlered creatures would be better. We could try to go bifurcated strike and get a different head. I don't think that's like super likely to happen. So I guess maybe getting a skink tail on the Child 13, if it ever gets attacked, we might want it to get attacked then, because then we will have an infinite sacrifice tail. Probably not though, because if it gets attacked, the tail will most likely die. Yeah, we'll just see what this does. So we'll try it out. I'm not confident in any of this, but... I don't see a reason why not to just go ahead and pop this. So I don't forget. There is a reason to wait to see what you need more. A squirrel? Because we might have to pop the squirrel anyways, but... We'll be able to get our Ouroboros out there and actually win immediately. And we should do that. So we put our squirrel out there. For a Warren. For the Child 13. For the rabbit. For the Ouroboros. Look at that. That's hot. We could have tried to extend that out and tried to upgrade the Ouroboros, but... I don't mind the idea of antlered creature with the skink tails now. Once again, the price is hard to swallow. But we do need something with a little bit more damage. We're really relying too hard on our Ouroboros. Elk with 2 damage isn't that impressive. Maybe Moose Buck? With all the things that we had to sacrifice, I think that the Moose Buck could get out there. We could do it. We need some damage. We don't need Moose Buck with the skink tail. It's got so much health. Frozen opossum. Or, yeah, we'll just go back with the... Well, actually, with the moose buck, maybe black goat. If we're stuck with them, like it's an early draw and we don't have a warren or anything like that to really make it happen, black goat could be a lifesaver. Try to find our weak points. Do we want pelts right now? No. So I guess we're going to go to the right. I don't really want the cave guy, but you can make it so that you're more likely to lose the cave guy, right? You pick one that you're not good at. And we might want to do that. There's such a thing as having too many cards. Alright, this is a weird one. We're gonna go Warren here. We're gonna go Rabbit. We're gonna go... Oh, we can't sacrifice him just yet. I messed up on that one. But Warren will be just fine, but the Rabbit will die, and we needed the Rabbit. Oh, should have just popped the black goat, to be honest. Oh my mother of Jesus. That's not good. I don't flippin' like that. Moose buck to try to do some extra damage on the elk, maybe? We can't get him. We can't just get him with the alpha, but the alpha is a good play. Or we could get the elk fawn with a coyote or the alpha. If I stuck the alpha over here in the far left, it just seems silly. Maybe we'll coyote first then. Yeesh. Getting low. I'm gonna take a squirrel just to sacrifice the... Well, okay, the damage trade is even, because the coyote. So we don't actually have to sacrifice the squirrel. You're fine. Poor rabbit. Died in the crossfire. My long elky boy. Here I am like, oh, it's the bone play. We'll have so many bones to play. It's all the bones. Look at all my bones. And then I have no bones. Moose buck taking a beating. Moose buck tail. Mama made some nice fried moose buck tail. Do mooses have tails? They do have tails, but like little ones, don't they? Like a little deer tail? Hell, I don't know. Oh god, so many bones! The bone deck isn't working. I really actually just dislike the bone deck in general. We needed fecundity on the other Warren and then smush them together so we have fecundity bone generating Warrens of Doom. That was about it. That's about the only way we can make it happen. Of course, you know, I'm complaining. We're gonna win. I just have a bunch of cards in my hand. Can't do anything with it. Had it not been for the moose buck there, I think we would have been bucked. Six health, 4 attack power, 2 kin. Pretty decent chance of winning if we do 6 health. Do we want to win? I'm kind of in the camp of like, if we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. So let's go kin here. I think about a 50-50 chance. That's a no, and that's a yes. Unbelievable. Yeah! The bone deck is back, baby! Okay. That's dumb. I think we're gonna try to go to the mycologist. Well, the fire, though. The fire to buff a cuckoo. With extra damage would be so good. I just don't want to do another cave. Mycologist to conjoin our 2 coyotes. What do we want to do here? Why are we here? I'm gonna put magpie on something. Magpie on the coyote. On the child 13. Probably in the child 13. put a card out there where you could get what you need when you get the thing to sacrifice infinitely. Like, pull the cuckoo, right? Possibly more of a reason to actually go to the fire. Because then we get one pull on the, either the mole, I guess, or the Child 13. But specifically the Child 13, we put them out there and we can get as many cuckoos as we want to. And if there was 2 damage cuckoo, that'd be cuckoo. Mycologist, we only have a double here. We have 2 warrants, which is a no for me, and then 2 coyotes. I'm telling you, a 4/4 airborne, waterborne coyote could be sauce. Might be the sauce. Gotta brave the sigil battle, though. Stinky birds. Alright, we got our cat, which is pretty good, but we don't have anything really to go with it. We do have the mole that can pull whatever we want, and maybe we go cuckoo here. The stinky is a problem. If we end up generating a raven egg, we will be in trouble, but maybe at that point in time we could go ahead and just get a coyote out, considering we can sacrifice the cuckoos to each other as many times as we want to and generate as many bones as we'd like. Until well, I was gonna say until the cat turns into an undead cat, but we're sacrificing cuckoo for cuckoo. So, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, is basically what I'm trying to say. But getting the cat out there really means we only have 2 lanes to do damage in, right? We do that, we pull our cuckoo out. Is there a better play than pulling the cuckoo? Quite possibly. It's very possible that we just go ahead and we get our Ouroboros out and we just end this thing right now, and I don't know why I wouldn't just consider doing that. So that's fun. That's some of the fun that we can have. Of course, I could... Oh... My card bearing the sigil dies. Doesn't count on the infinite sacrificeable cat. Because it doesn't die. You sacrifice it, but not really. Kind of misleading terms. To sacrifice something means... Well, doesn't have to mean that something's dead, I guess, but... I would think that if you're sacrificing something to a god, that the point is that it dies, but then it comes back. It has 9 lives. If it used up a life, it technically died and came back to use a different life? I don't know. A little hazy on the details, but we win. Would have been fun, though, to go a little bit deeper and try to buff up that Ouroboros a little bit more. Grizzly. Another cuck. Ooh. Yes. Take the cuckoo, combine the cuckoos. There's our 2 damaged cuckoo. Guaranteed. We got it. Separate coyotes are fine. We kind of need 2-1 damage is necessary, because then, even if it does generate a raven, it still will meet, it'll have the same damage trade. We want to put... Because we're not gonna make it. You know we ain't gonna make it. Because we're not gonna fake it. What do we want? We definitely don't want that on anything. We want probably Sprinter Death's Touch on something. I don't want to sacrifice my Ouroboros. Sprinter Death Touch on Coyote. That sounds fair. Bing, 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 bing. Spiky reptiles. Oh, yeah. Strange frogs are gonna be spiky. Not my favorite. Maybe use our mole right now to call the power of the cuckoo. Where do we put the mole? Doesn't matter because he's going to be sacrificed. I could do the mole to pull out the cat or the child 13. I was going to say that would be a silly thing to do, but no, it wouldn't be because of the idea that we could pull the cuckoo still by pulling out the child 13. Very nice. That was exactly the play that I was talking about, that I would want the child 13 to have the hoarder on it so that I could use the child 13 to pull the thing that I want to use to sacrifice the child 13 for. There we go. And now we pull the cuckoo because we can have as many cuckoos as we'd like. I'm trying to make it so that the child 13 doesn't attack, but I suppose if we get just a line of cuckoos and the child 13 attacks and kills itself, could still be okay. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just start there and generate some pelts. Getting some pelts going. We're gonna get free attack from the bullfrog. So probably now to just pull a squirrel. Sack the squirrel for the cuckoo so the child 13 doesn't wake up. Shouldn't need too many pelts, but is the 2-2-2-2. That's 6 damage. That's a win right there. Just cuckoos. But we actually can't get rid of the child 13 anymore. We'd have to just make sure we sacrifice the child 13 so that it does do damage. Once that time comes. What do we need right now? Nothing. We don't really need anything. We pulled the cat. I guess we could sacrifice the child 13 at this point in time, but wait a turn or two. Yeah. And then we do want the child 13 to end up dying at the end of this turn. And I just messed it up. It's not what I wanted. If I sacrifice him, I can't do it. Oops. Shit, why did I put the squirrel out? Why did I put that squirrel out there? That was silly. Because now I gotta go like this. Now I can't do the thing that we wanted to do. Oh, never mind. We don't need 4 of them. We only need 3 of them to get the 6 damage. We're fine. We're fine. I just did my math wrong. Just did the math wrong. I'm gonna take the 3 pelts. We buy everything in front of the cuckoos. Only problem that we would have had anyways is if they had flight blocking up there. No flight blocking. We go like this. Strange choices. And we already win. It's a guaranteed victory right there. Done. Started the second phase with it in the middle instead of it one on my side. So I guess that only applies to the very, very first phase of the boss. Mole Man, Gek, or another child 13. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. Another child 13 could be cool to like increase the odds of getting the child 13 out there. I did want Gek, but I guess that makes sense. This one just doesn't have Hoarder on it. What would I do if I decided to do a sigil trade? Excuse me. Infinitely sacrificable Ouroboros would be a very silly thing to do, considering it doesn't kill them, and then the Ouroboros wouldn't be able to gain powers. Put infinitely sacrifice on the moose buck. So like, let's say we killed everything to get the moose buck out there. We could then use the moose buck as a way to get other things out there, since we just cleared the board for him would make sense to me. We could get one more thing in our bag. We don't have any pelts. We could try to get a different, better sigil. Put Skanktail on something else. That actually might be the way to go. I'm not impressed with the sigil trades. The options that we have here. Yeah, let's go sigil. Or wood carver lady. And put skink, either skink on our canines or unkillable or flight on our antlered creatures. Flight moosebuck could be cool. That's pretty much it for antlered creatures. There's moosebuck and child 13. Unkillable child 13 could be good. Skink tail on our canines. We'd have a waterborne tail that could never die but could be sacrificed. We'd have a sprinting touch of death tail, which doesn't make any sense because it doesn't do any damage. And a airborne waterborne tail. Just these don't make sense to do skink tail on the canines. A flying moose could be cool. Could get her done. Unkillable on our moose could be good too, considering that if, let's say we start with the moose buck and he gets hit by the stupid prospector. Yeah, I suppose. Not impressed. I'm not impressed with the sigils. Unkillable is very good, but we just didn't have a good head to put it on. Here goes. They have skink tail insects. Is that what I saw? Yes. Skink tail insects. Starting off with the Child 13 and a Cuckoo, it should be over before it started. Minus the fact that Mole Man does block, so it actually is going to take us one turn in order to do that properly. Unkillable Child 13, so let's say it takes us a couple turns and the Prospector gets to us. We're fine. It's okay. Do we want to load up on bones ahead of time? Or do we want to save the Warren for a rainy day? Save it for a rainy day. Put that out. Child 13. Oh, we get to pull something new. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Start off with our Ouroboros, probably. Could do Alpha. Alpha's also a solid choice. We'd have the bones to play it in a short amount of time. He's gonna end up dying, though. If Ouroboros dies, we get him back. So I actually do want to do the Warren now. I suppose it's still not necessary to pop the Warren. We could save him, pop the Squirrel, and then get the Ouroboros out there, who could then go ahead and finish off the Mole Man. We have an Amalgam coming in that is going to take a chunk out of our Cuckoo, but no, it's not, because it's going to lay an egg. Nice. Look at that. Wonderful. Great start. Too bad the Ouroboros couldn't strike the Mole Man first. We would have won already. Yeah. Another Child 13. You got squashed. You got dominated. Bing, 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 bing. Bop the squirrel. Come on in. The water's warm. Oh no! Unkillable. Unkillable. Fecundity. Fecundity. Go fecundity yourself. Ooh, I wanna hook stuff. Go ahead. Should I just let him have the hook first? I probably should let him have the hook first. I think I attack, and then he hooks, and then they attack, which is different than the actual angler boss fight. Yeah, it's 2 damage right now, and we can handle it. For him to just get that hook off. Yeah, that's fine. You can't do anything with the fur and the broken egg, so we got 2 lanes to work with. What are we going to do with that? We are going to go ahead and get right back in on it, get our Ouroboros out there, I guess. So I'll start with the... Don't get ahead of yourself, damn it, no, son of a bitch. Other child 13 now. Unkillable with the magpie hoarder is like, we just can start pulling everything that we could ever dream of wanting. I don't even want it, is the problem there. Suppose I could have put the child 13 here and the Ouroboros there. Whatever. I was like, how did the Grand Fur get in the back? It's because he hooked the golden nugget, that's right. It's already over, just give up. Give up and give in. Good round. We made the bone deck work. It's my least favorite deck by far, but we did it. Really cool ideas in there. It's just a shame that they took the cat thing away from me. The ability to get the bones every time you sacrifice the cat, speaking of. We're gonna go ahead and bleach brush the moon, so it's just a giant pile of shit. It's no longer made of stone. What is it made out of? I don't know. I don't know. Clear those gold nuggets for me, would you? Problem here with removing the sigils is that it doesn't have the quad strike, so it is actually going to do 1 damage to me right now if I don't fill that space. We have the ability to fill the space, so it's not a problem, but... And it doesn't attack my golden nuggets right now. I didn't really exactly think of that. It's no longer made of stone, so the coyote should be able to kill it in 1 go, right? I guess we don't have to worry about anything then, do we? Once again, we're talking about now it's no longer made of stone. That means it's no longer immune to the effects of touch of death. Alright, it's just like that. It's over. 14 misplays. I don't understand how that... How do they calculate misplays? What does it mean? You're a liar. Anyways, we already have seen the entries. If you don't remember what the entries were, go back and watch the old videos or just skip to the end. I don't care. I just don't want to read them off every single time. And we have the flying ant and the mud turtle unlocked, and the ant starter deck, which actually was not bad. Have had some fun with it. And then the all regular battles are replaced with totem battles for plus 20 challenge. All right, wonderful stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed yourself, and I will see you in the next one. See you guys.